security squad. So they gotta transport me. They're like, man, you really gonna make us come in here and wrestle you naked? You motherfucker right there. Oh, I couldn't wait to tell this story. You know, my asshole extraordinaire. You don't be an asshole. Don't show only the ass, show your whole motherfucking ass.
Oh shit. Yo, this nigga fool, boy. Oh shit.
I say real nigga Friday or Sunday. Whatever day, Sunday, I'm gonna show up. Whatever
nigga Sunday, you already know.
Yeah, nigga.
It's Sunday.
NY the King.
Nah, it's Sunday. It's Seattle. Yeah, so you said we was gonna get into the pimp or whatever he was supposed to do.
Oh, this nigga got me crying.
Yeah, this nigga's a movie.
Before we even get to that, let me just say, see, you gotta respect game. And see, just like now, what I'm doing is I'm learning everything again from reading and the internet and all that type of shit. You know, you know them bitches can get in your phone without you knowing. This shit is just hilarious.
Yo, we were just talking about that before y'all got here. Like,
man, look, and I'm way back. When I left the phone was this big, nigga like, what's up, homie? I was with a big ass block phone. You know,
was it hard adjusting?
I don't know. I ain't adjusted yet. Like, it's some new shit every day. Like,
yeah.
You know, so what's hard is that, like, the morals that I grew up on, honor and respect. Like, whenever you say my name, I'm the only Gumby from Hove. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get my respect because I got some money from the state or anything. Like, motherfuckers know that, like, I'm going to do exactly what I'm supposed to do. I got a track record. I got a history. Not just not just with my community, but my enemies, they know me. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I ain't going to play no games. I'm going to get right to it. Win, lose, or draw. Because if you beat me up, I feed off. See, my mom and they love me. I ain't never missed a store in jail. None of that. So I'm feeding these big niggas. So they go, they did what the who? Yeah, I know how to play my position.
Got you.
You gotta know how to play your position. You
So the state did pay you. Because they said it was
this
like...
a real bust down AP right here.
I say no more.
We gotta talk about nothing. We know what's going on.
We're talking about Jones.
Now he said he was going. He had to give us the backstory and shit.
Yeah, so go back to that. I see you shining over this pen.
Facts.
John Jones, that's real pimping.
Oh, he was really.
No, listen. I done did my research on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude was real pimping. Okay. Like, he started off in Chicago, and they ran him out of Chicago in 1968 for pimping on kids. He went from Chicago to that building right there outside where this happened. He been there from 1968 till up until this shit happened.
That was 94.
Yes. He killed the woman in that building.
Yeah, they say that his girl or some shit like that.
Listen, the dude was a whole ass gorilla pimp right there in the midst.
That's gorilla pimping.
Listen, no, the dude came from Chicago. They ran him out of Chicago. Look, we got to do a whole background, bro. And the reason why I say real pimping is that, like, during the process of this whole investigation, he's ended up being a part of the investigation because in his letters, see, what the real story was, this dude came down and saw some dudes running around. They had robbed somebody and got to shooting off the building and shot the damn Mexican in the back. That's what really happened. So the police covered that up with us. Yeah. They knew in the article, if you go back to the original article, which is Murder on 49th Street, the police, there's a part in there that said the police suddenly understood why the Cadillac had took a bullet through the windshield and took a bullet through the windshield, and the suspect was shot at a downward angle at a 40-degree angle.
Oh, they knew that from the first article.
If you go back to the first, listen to me. If you go back, if you go back to my ruling when the judge ruled in my favor, see, because when everybody think when you get out of prison you just exonerated and that just is no. You have to go have a hearing to say no, I'm innocent and these are the reasons why. And the district attorney, bro, when Marcella Wynn got up on the stand, he thrashed her so bad.
That was the original detective on the first case. Yeah,
That's the lady bitch.
That's she's a fly bitch.
That's the bitch who withheld the evidence from us. But see, look, you gotta understand something. Everybody look at color.
That's what I was about to.
You can't really look at it like that. Cause if I was that bitch and I need to get where I was at, I'd set your black ass up too. Fuck you. I'll keep it clean, bro. Like everybody be mad at Trump this, that. And I'll be sitting back thinking about, man, what the fuck I would be doing if I was the president?
Yeah, you gonna do
what the fuck I wanna do.
Yeah,
just like he's doing. So my whole thing is that like this whole situation is like with me, like everybody like, how you not bitter? Like I don't really miss the years that I was supposed to have out here because like a lot of the people that I knew growing up are dead or smoked out or you know what I'm saying, just like that. So this was a way, you know what I'm saying, it was just test, not me, it was just tough love from God. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a reason, bro. Like
that's a fire way to put it, yo. That's tough love.
Like I was trying to explain something to you. My belief system is a little bit different than everybody else.
That's fire. I know.
Listen to me. Like my belief system is like I told you, my journey is. I'm jumping around. So y'all. This is why I keep trying to. I'm trying to sell my series Netflix. I'm already been fucking with y'all. You better pick my shit up. I swear to God.
Yo, listen. You know who you need to talk to? 50. You know he doing that for life shit. He can do some shit on you, a little spin off or some shit.
They already asked me, so I shot him down. Fuck what you playing with. You ain't never met nobody on the planet like me before. Ever.
You must want to give up enough money
I don't give a fuck with what they want to give up. Okay. You know, listen, if you go on, we was the #1 documentary on Netflix running from 2017 to 18 and 19.
What's the name of that documentary?
It's called The Survivor's Guide to Prison. Okay, you know how they shuffle it, so it's not in there. But if you go on YouTube right now and go, the whole shit don't come up. Okay. And it's led none other. It's a pity pass story with mine and my brother Bruce Lisker. They accused Bruce of killing his mom, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But see, with my situation is different. Like that was the last time that I played a B to somebody else A. You get it? Like my brother Bruce, you know what I'm saying, they told me what it was about, and you know what I'm saying, I'm with that, because I fuck with Bruce, you know what I'm saying, so, I mean, it's good, but like, I was the last person they filmed everybody else, but they cut it down to just me and him, like, my whole thing, and then they got Busta Rhymes and a gang of other people, you guys sit there?
No, I ain't said that.
On your phone right now.
What's the name of it again for the people listening?
Survivor's Guide to Prison.
Okay. Survivor's Guide to Prison.
Andy Trejo, Busta Rhymes, Bruce Lister, the whole little shit, you know, but the documentary, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know what I'm saying, very insightful. It's basically explaining. It was also produced by David Arquette and Christina Arquette from France. So, you know what I'm saying, they do a lot of good things for our community, you know what I'm saying, so, but that's what the production and, you know what I'm saying, the gratitude and thanks go to along with all the rest of the cast, man. Them dudes are straight cool. They seen the Gumby blunt and they was just like, oh, what the hell? Y'all, like, what you doing? Like, what you mean? And of course, I was flying shit there, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, don't y'all thought this was, man. So I said, okay, stop. Self-promotion ain't shit. I'm just saying that. God is great though. But like I was explaining to you about my belief system, so I went through the whole little gamut of, like I said before, I didn't believe in Christianity stuff, you know what I'm saying? So what it led me to do, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the Muslims, I really didn't like them because, you know, like, I was lazy at the time and I wasn't finna be doing all that.
Praying,
you got me fucked up. I love porcine and shit. I just say, I love that shit. So y'all, I would just go eat it all anyway. So I ain't gonna lie to God about it. So I ain't gonna fuck with y'all. Stop eating pork chops. I ain't fuck with y'all. I'm just saying. Word. I'm saying. So I was really not really interested in that because of like the whole Black Panther movement, and that was all mixed with the Muslims. Like, the whole aspect of the whole 70 movement, and you see the whole shit in jail, it's all about black power. That's the first shit you're gonna see. Niggas gonna be in your face talking about unity, black power, and all that other shit. And I wasn't used to that. See, my gang was one of the ones we fight with everybody. Everybody around us, we got all enemies. So it's not like that. I'm like black. Okay, I ain't going to fuck that shit. Like, fuck all that. Like, cause I know what it really is. You can say this, that, and the other. We all need each other, this, that, and the other. And I had to learn that. When I was an asshole in jail because see I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand something. I was my first time in jail.
That's
When I was 18, and I was looking at it. Nigga, the police looked at my charge and said, "You was a bad little fucker, huh?" I ain't did that. I've been yelling this the whole fucking time. In jail, I ain't did nothing. The fuck? I wasn't even there. Fuck, I'm gonna defend myself and I wasn't there. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Nah, they said that you kept saying it like, I'm not a kid.
I didn't do shit. The fuck wrong with y'all? My mama beat my ass. The fuck wrong with y'all? The bullshit. My belief system, so I went back, you know what I'm saying, so I started studying. You know what I'm saying, my older sister, she's like the scholar of the family, you know what I'm saying, she was like in 9th grade, you know what I'm saying, they had a program where they bust, you know what I'm saying, the kids, the inner cities, the kids that had the qualifications to go to college, so, you know what I'm saying, she was going to college when she was like 16, so she always, back then, she used to always instill in me, boy, you need to learn something, yeah. Fuck all that. Snoop Dogg, down. I'll do that shit later. I ain't going to school, nothing but that shit. Get kicked out the whole shit. Fuck you mean? Like, I listen. So this is what I'm saying. My story, you know what I'm saying, can give a lot of hope to a lot of my friends because it comes from an era where you guys grew up in. You know what I'm saying, what was the first place y'all was at when y'all heard what you gonna do for love? Mine, I was walking through Calipatria and through one of the rotundas and heard it as this blood dude named Papa Doe and just bounced up at his door like, what the fuck is that playing? I just got out the hole. My mind, I was dusty in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time I heard it. Then walking out, that thing by Lauryn Hill came. That mean God smiled at a nigga a couple of times. So I was like, hey, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you, my God is great. My God is great. You know? But my belief system, like, you know, so I went through the whole little gamut of Christianity, and I was like, damn, them motherfuckers was violent.
Yeah,
the crusade.
Yeah,
I read, and that shit, I was just like, so I started going backwards. And then I'm just like, okay, so I fell on Judaism, Hebrew Israelites. I'm all with it. Whole Jew, I'm black, the whole shit. I got the whole story on my arm. Obi was a whole teacher now and whole other stuff, right? But it still wasn't. I still was trying to figure out, well, if I'm one of your chosen people now, God, because I didn't change all religions already. I was every religion already. Every one way, that's me. I went from this one to this. Okay, now listen.
You were just trying to find.
I was trying to figure out, first off, who I'm really with. Because you couldn't tell me.
Because if I'm really your child, why you put me
for some shit you know I really do? Because you know I did that. I didn't mean to do that. But the shit happened. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So in my search, I had a friend. Once this all happened, right? I'm saying I'm in the hole and I'm going back and forth to court. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner. His name is the Habu. That means black gold. You know what I mean? And his name is Phantom from Palmer Block, Compton Crib. But he's changed his name to the Habu now. And he did a shoe for a stabbing that he had, you know what I'm saying, an issue he had going on. And he had got a long ass shoe. And when we had first went to, I said, they put that nigga in the hole for how long? Oh, wait, he had like a 7 years. I'm trying to be home in 5. Nigga, we 7. I'll meet you on the street. In the hole. So now look, I done been going through shit and doing all in the years, so I finally get out and the 7 years pop up, right? And he going home. It just so happened I'm going to court. And he tell me, he's like, look, Gumby, when I get out of jail, I'm gonna send 10 homies $20. You get $20 worth of gate money from the state. Excuse me. The state gives you $20 worth of gate money. So he was sending 10 homies $20. And he's like, I'm gonna send you $20, Gumby. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I don't need you to write me if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, I got you. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, just do what you want to. I'm going to send you a course. And I just want you to send it in. You ain't even got to read it. You're going to read it when you want to. Like, what you mean? He's like, when you really want something to believe, you're gonna really read this course. I'm like, all right, bro. Love you, bro. See you soon. Sound straight, whatever. About like a month later, I just forgot about this nigga. I ain't even think about this nigga. This nigga done fucked all kind of bitches. I'm just like, up in the bed, just jacking off. I know this nigga ain't doing his shit. Like, he out too. Like, I can't wait to get
you make a Susie or some shit in there?
Nah, hell.
Just regular.
That's for like, I mean, like, I can't tell another nigga how to get off on his shit. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
worried about no nigga
you
do
know what I
that
mean?
shit
Like,
for sure.
you know, but the whole shit about it was that like he went home, so I wasn't thinking about this dude. You know what I'm saying? I was like hoping he, wishing him well, just like he with me. Bam, they called me. I done already like my partner down in Titty hooked me up with his fat cousin. I done wrote her a whole letter. I'm waiting on some shit to come back. I was like, oh, this ain't say cold. I like, it's in a big envelope. She got some pictures in there, everything. It's this motherfucking course. Oh hell! Throw it on the shelf. And they only send it twice a week. So by the time I finally started paying attention, I probably had like 4 months.
Oh, so they come like
Okay. And the craziest thing about it is when I'm just sitting. So before I get that, he sent me a letter with the $20 stepped on the front and everything, and sent me 10 books, 10 stamps. Send me 10 stamps. He said, "Look, they gonna send you the course. I'm sending you the first 10 course. Well, I'm thinking they gonna come 10 days a week. I be done with this shit. No, they stretch this shit all the way out. So it's like every week I'm getting the course, but I gotta wait to the end of the month to send them back. So that's like 10 months of paper they coming up in here with these people. So I'm like, damn. So I ended up one day. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, damn, I done read all the books. I'm not tired of my case. I'm stressed out. Let me see what I open up the first envelope and it's like the second lesson. I'm reading a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I need to go back to the beginning. I don't know what this word right here. Do anybody got this kind of dictionary? It's a whole motherfucking other language. I don't know what these people talking about. You know what I'm saying? Make a long story short, it's called the Sida Yoga Foundation.
Solid?
The Sida.
Sida. Okay.
Sida.
Sida. My phone.
Don't ask me how to spell it. Nothing like that. If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all helped me a whole lot. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Sida. You know what I'm saying? It's Sydea or something. You know what I'm saying? It's all in Sanskrit. This is all East. I mean, Europe. I mean, excuse me, India. It comes from India. You know what I'm saying? It's a meditation foundation. You know what I mean? So what they do is they basically just show you what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? They explain to you when you first come in. We don't care what you as Christians or whatever. If this shit don't work for you, beat it. Straight up. You know what I mean? So the first story they told me was about a king, and like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. The next story, his king and his partner got in. His king and his partner. The king let some haters get in his ear about his partner.
Okay, yeah.
And the partner tell him, like, they come to his partner and say some shit about the king. So the king throw him in jail. But what he ended up saying ultimately came true. Yeah. And the king let him out of jail and kill everybody else. Okay? Okay, so, but his saying was that if it's God's will, that was what he would say. Anytime something happens, like, it's what God will. Like,
that's what I be telling, like,
I mean, so, like, once you understand that part right there, you don't even understand. Like when I'm in my city, like people know, like you got the Bloods, neighborhoods, you got all these different places. When you come through the Hoovers, you better have your pants on. They gonna tell you in where you in the Hoover, girl. You better be quiet. You got your shame, but pluck that shit and crib niggas on the grave.
Oh, it's really like that.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean. So my whole thing is that like wherever I go, like I'll have no fear because I don't think nobody can do anything to me. What it is that like. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
That's a
you know what I'm saying? Like so, and then I know a lot of people that know me, that know people that you know what I mean? So I don't really worry about all of that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go one day. You know what I'm saying? I done lived like 7 of y'all lives already. I'm telling you, like you, all the shit you want to do, I did 5 times. I'm just playing with you. Disrespect, bro. But yeah, see, my belief system telling me this right here. If we all God's children, you believe God's child, this shit had to start from somewhere. Whether if you believe God is a star or whatever you believe something higher than yourself. That's what we're talking about God is.
Yes.
If you believe that, we're on the same understanding. Yeah. I ain't got his name.
I ain't got his name. I ain't got his face. I ain't got his color. I ain't got
whatever the hell you want to call your higher you. Understand something? See, we all. It's just like the person that sees behind these eyes. That's who God is. Everybody here is just on remote control. You know what I'm saying? And then when we push autopilot, that's when we were able to make our own decisions. And see, your decision is just you have an inert inside of you, inert. Must pronounce that right, Scott.
That's right.
Y'all motherfuckers right here.
That's right.
That's what I said. Damn it, don't correct me if I say the shit right. I forgot.
Ability.
No disrespect to nobody,
I want
but
to ask you a question.
yes, sir.
And no disrespect, because I've like heard about different sets and shit. Would you work with like Big U and Whack and all the shit that they doing?
See, the craziest part about it is that I started my prison sentence off with Big U.
Hold on, like what is that for the people that don't know what you talking about? Like what is that you talking about?
Well, I don't know. They from two different hoods, obviously, right?
Well, no, we're
You
from
and
two opposite warring gangs.
Oh,
My
okay.
gang and
There
his
you go,
are
I
arch
got you.
enemies, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I said before, man, make big ups to Big U, man. So like I said before, I learned a lot from that brother. You know what I'm saying? Everybody call him Big U, but he's a Muslim. You know what I mean? And that's how I know and respect him. I mean, that's it. Like he wasn't a gangbanger when I knew him.
Got you.
Is that drugs?
I'm sorry.
Is that drugs? I don't know. That was some other shit. They was calling each other. I don't know.
What's draws? Who was that?
I seen it. It was Big U and Whack. They was calling him draws also. Some other shit. They was calling.
I don't know. That's like I'm being real respectful.
That was drugs, you know.
No, what I'm saying is that like I'm being real
He said it was a. They said there was a brawl and where they was at. They was in wherever prison. They was in San Quentin.
No, I was on level
You was-
4.
yeah, you
I
was-
opened up Identity State Prison. You know what I mean? So that's where I was at with him. But like I said before, you know, like I'm like, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Gotcha.
See, I know him, you know what I'm saying? I came up like listening to what he had to say. He was a Muslim brother, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So
That was during one of the times you trying to find out what was going on with the religions. And you was
yeah,
you was a Muslim at the time.
Yeah, he was.
You was a Muslim at the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's not a Muslim.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, no, I wasn't. No.
When you was doing your studies.
No.
Oh,
By that time, I was already in prison. When I was doing my studies, I was in the county jail. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out that. What? No, I don't know that. What's that? I got this right here. I don't know what that is.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But yeah, back to my belief system though, like, yeah, like, I'm saying, like, I believe that, you know what I'm saying, if we believe we all God's children, right? Like, when I ain't gotta call my brother to talk to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you mean we say that?
what I mean by that is that I believe that God is God. That's my father, right?
Yeah, you talk straight to him.
No, and Jesus is my brother. Right?
Got you. If we all God's children.
Okay, you just play. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't about to explain, but I'm thinking.
I see. If we all God's children, right? And God made us all, right? There's some smarter and some dumber. Trust me.
Not for sure.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So why would I have to go through him to talk to my dad?
That's
my
a fact.
father?
I see exactly
I
what
never
you're
had
talking
to do it. So now he's telling me what he expects of me. He's telling me all things are possible through me, and all you have to do is have the faith.
Of a mustard seed.
Ha! That's how I'm here today. Ask them. They'll tell you I never said if. Never made myself comfortable. I didn't know how he was gonna make a way. He said, if I believe I got you, whenever you challenge God, you're gonna make sure what happens is supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Even with the situation with my big homie's yacht. You know what I'm saying? I used to see punk people out on the yard, and I used to go back in my cell and mirror. If he ever, click on you, I dare you. And God say, okay.
I'm gonna try.
And I see, that's why, most people can't say this. See, my mama real proud of her son. See, because he's still on them 10 toes. You know what I mean? Against all odds. You feel me? Can't tell me my God ain't great. Tell me, like, look at me, like, I'm just saying.
Nah, you out here, you happy, like somebody that went through the same, they might not be in the same space.
They might not have the same experience that I had. See, I told you, God is my daddy, so the way it looked at, you know, first off, you have to understand something. There's a lot of intricacies in legal court system. You have what's called a 402 hearing, which is character evidence. It's the DA that have to have a hearing on what the district attorney can bring in about me. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff they tried to bring in, yada, yada, yada. But on the opposite side of that, I get to bring in all the bad stuff that the victim had done. And that right there
that kind of
it changed everything. It changed everything. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the other case, I mean, which is Devil's case, what he was in prison for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I read a little bit about that.
yeah. So once that all surfaced, like everything changed for me. You know, everything changed.
It made it better for you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You know,
I get it.
God is great.
Yeah.
God is great.
When the Central Park 5 got exonerated, right? Did you hear about it?
Mm-hmm.
You was okay. How did it give you that much more?
I actually I didn't. I take that back because I was in the hole, I believe.
That's what I was about to ask. Around that time, you might have been in the hole.
I probably read about it or something, but I don't particularly remember it. But I've met him since I've been home a couple of times.
Okay.
Every year they have an annual Innocence Project convention. You know, and
all
everybody who's exonerated, you know what I'm saying, they go. You know what I'm saying, they go.
You go every year?
Not so much. I'm like kind of like. No, not so much.
Okay.
So let me.
Yeah,
what you
no, I was about to.
So I'm about to say, like, since this happens to you or whatever, right? Like, they got all these projects and whatever things they got going on. Cause I don't know, how do we really stop it when they're in control? Like you said, this is their job. They're prepared. They study this shit at night.
Well, see, this is
You know what I'm saying?
this
So
is the
what we
thing.
do?
This is what we're supposed to do as a. The reason why they were so upset and so afraid of the Black Panther Party and all these different, the Black Liberation Army and all these different
Black
people.
Lives Matter
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
They made that shit like an
Mostly,
FBI
like,
threat, right?
Black Lives Matter as well, you know what I'm saying? But now they ain't got sophisticated with it. Everything ain't what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to say that, you know. But, you know what I'm saying? I was just involved in the protests in Los Angeles where, you know what I'm saying, one of my nephews was actually shot and killed by the sheriffs. Dijon Kinsey, you guys don't remember that?
It sounded a little
In
familiar.
LA?
Yeah, you can put it on there. Yeah, they was protesting and rioting in the streets.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you have to understand, like, this is just my opinion, like assholes, everybody.
Yeah, nah, whatever. I'm just asking you. That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
like,
Asking you.
see, the thing about it is that, see, checking isn't cheating. Like, you can't have me investigate my friends. Like, I'm gonna make the hard decisions if I get back in the corner and it's my ass or your ass. Nigga, I told you to do this shit anyway. I got the, you know what I mean? But it's different when you have an independent body that's policing the police. You know what I mean? That have the power to sit a police officer on the bench for a while. I mean, like, understand something. Police officers aren't college students.
Yes.
Police officers aren't doctors, lawyers, rocket scientists. You see some of these people reports. Like, you can beat them just on the report. If you just a little bit smarter than them, you can beat them on their report. You know what I mean? Understand something. All they have is no felonies. They're 21. They ain't gonna call no dope or call high, drinking or driving. Because y'all doing it. Because they doing it. Listen, they doing it. We people. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing about it is that, like, what happens is that people, like I said before, people so concerned about race. Some of my best partners is Nazi skinheads, Mexican mafia.
I had a conversation with somebody today, actually, that we was talking about like the Kyrie shit and all the, you know, they stormed the Capitol and shit like that. He's like, yo, it's only one race, because you can't have a kid with a like. You can a human can't have a fucking baby with a dog. So if you don't matter if you black, white, yellow, green, or whatever,
Listen,
it's one human
you
race.
can't
like,
tell me that God gonna favor one kid over the other. He gonna, like, your deeds and your actions and your words is everything that matter. If they matter to me, they matter to him. This is why a lot of people don't understand something. DP, I don't know who that is, but I'll call you back when I'm done in a second. But a lot of people don't understand something. Like, damn, he fucked up my throat.
we was talking about the race. You was talking about God. If you, the only thing that
Oh,
matters.
He don't favor one kid.
Listen,
over the
how
other.
could, like, listen, if he made all this shit, right? He made it all. and it's all for a reason. This is what you have to have some faith and belief in something. Even people say they don't believe in the Bible, you believe in what you feel is right. You know when you're wrong. Right is right, and wrong is fucking wrong. No matter who it is, how it goes, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I got a 4-year-old son, and he